if there's one thing I love about these housemates, this BBNaija season 10 housemates, is in the fact that 1 minute, you think you know their game. The next minute, they just switch it up on you and you're just like, how did we get here, guys? I love it so much, like so freaking much.
But you know those things, everybody go just now. What they do for them, Isabella, to yesterday be that she, Thelma, Bright, Dede, and one other person against Missy and Isabella. Bro, all those gang things, me, I know they like them. Me, I go stand alone, they know born all of them where.
Same people where this girl they cook for.
Do you get?
If she won't cook, they go on.
Now, so now them be the hypocrites now. She don't sing, I might tell them now.
They crucify the girl anyhow. But if she won't cook her beans now,
Now, so now why daddy now why I sing, I tell
I
them.
just look everybody for this house. I don't talk shit.
You never know them, why they look so.
Later on now, they go say Mr. Culture said. I just look them on that table like this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, hey Bethans, welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha and I'm so glad to have you back here. Now, if this is your first time coming across my channel, you're definitely welcome. Please make sure to hit on the subscribe button before you leave and also give this video a very big thumbs up right now or at the end if you enjoyed watching it. Okay, and of course, to my returning Bethans, my LOLs, the absolute loves of my life. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I do not take you for granted, not one bit. Okay, now let's talk here. Last night we had like different conversations, but the one that really got my attention was the conversation RooBoy had with Kuture. And then of course later on moved on to have that same conversation with Imisi, Isabella, and of course Koyin, who was also seated there at the time, right? So in a nutshell, because I cannot even start talking about everything they discussed here, but it was in the fact that RooBoy has clocked some people's games. And to be honest, people clocking people's game in that house, now water, they do it every single time. But you know why this one sweets me? It sweets me because now Thelma game, finally clock. As person go mumu for some time, then smart and your eye go open, you understand? So it was these guys in the downfall boss, basically talking about how, the housemates are hypocrites. And they explained, because at this point, as they talk, Kuture too, they talk, right? Again, like I said, the conversation started from the boss. And they were talking about the fight that Imisi had with Thelma, Dede, Bright, that party scene, what happened during their Thursday pool party. And they were just talking about how these housemates are hypocrites. The same people that used to queue up to wait for a Mrs. Beans, it was special. The same people where we say once you start now, Imisi. Now the same people now can't they fight the girl. And it's funny because this same thing happened when Imisi was having a fight with Faith. Remember? And the housemates were supporting Imisi. Oh my God, Faith. Oh, no, Faith, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. She's cooking for the whole house. I tell you that time, say, this support where they give this girl, now because of food, not be say they like the girl. A lot of us kind of agreed on that. Even though some people were like, no, but a good number of us agreed on the fact that the housemates who were supporting Imisi that day were not doing so out of, utter love and regard for the girl. No, it was, oh, she has to cook. We have to eat something. And if she doesn't get the kerosene, we might as well starve. So let us give her our full support. Right? Now they're talking about it, and Kuture is like these same people. Now them even come they talk say, oh, why the girl get plates, get this thing for bag? She they carry bag up and down. Meanwhile, the day when that thing, when she put all those things, the plate, the blender, that's the manual blender. The day she put those things, it was the day Big Brother told them, housemate, you have 5 minutes to leave the house. Go and stay in the garden. I will lock the door. And she knew that she was gonna cook, so she put all those things in her bag. And I remember telling you guys that she put all those things in her bag that day, because she knew that Biggie was not going to open the door again. So after their games, she would just go cook for the charcoal pot or the stove pot, depending on whichever one is available. But then this Thelma, Bright, this group of people that she had that fight with at the pool party, they were now using it to insult her.
They say they carry and see when they open your bag. They see first.
She be that day now.
That day now again.
And the
one year, wait make her do like that. They say me everybody sleep fast.
My own drink there bag.
She carry plate and fake based on if you don't cook finish, you don't need to go inside again.
That one again.
Guys, at some point, they stood up from there and then they moved on to the chair, where Emisi was sitting down with Koyin. I mean, Isabella was there before, but she went to get something inside. So she came back out and met them, Culture and RooBoy had already joined in. So all 5 of them were sitting on the chair. And RooBoy starts talking to her about, okay, that day you were fighting with Faith. How many people support you? Not be them, they fight with you now. They just kept going back and forth. And then the Miss is trying to say, oh no, at least they supported me that day. But RooBoy, you and Koyin, you are fond of doing something. Person go they fight. Then you go they say, make they no pull mouth, make they no pull mouth. And RooBoy is like, yes, at the end of the day, okay, see what happened that day. Jason now, everybody they say, oh me, I been the support Faith. I been the support Faith. But I was talking to Jason J. I said, Jason J, come up for there because you know that the reason Bright Morgan got 2 strikes was because of the whole fight over lighter. Now, the way Jason J was, going at Faith, any small mistake when you do for there now, the boy go collect strike, which is why I was telling Jason J, leave there. Say, no be saying they support. I said,
Yeah.
The day you had issues with Faith that day, who was there?
Yeah.
Who supports you?
You know, them say, no, not possible. You don't say
Right.
no.
Kola.
And Jason J.
Yeah.
Now that day, they made me feel like I was against this girl, and I felt really bad.
But
like now, yes,
you and Koyin are fond of that thing. When somebody is having you be like, leave them, let them go.
And what you want?
You're always doing like that. Like, it's better you just keep quiet.
Now Jason need to tell me Jason.
Now Jason
need to tell me. No talk say that they really Faith.
Okay, at the end of the day, no be these same people who gather girls like this.
Why I not go leave you now?
That's
okay. Now
No, that's hypocrisy, bro. That's really hypocrisy. If you don't know. That's it. Oh, the man down for me. I can't say, this one, I really issue. I say, yes, this issue, that issue. You may see, you shame me, you never get issue for this. They want me. Why people don't come choke my mommy and you get that issue?
RooBoy, I get all you've been saying. I mean, I've been hearing you, but don't try to remove yourself from the equation, Baba. Don't do that. You see that part, that particular part, I did not really go with it because what you did that day was deeper than just saying Jason J should leave there, Jason J should leave there. No, sir. No, sir, because normally for me, if you talk to one I will think and I'll say, okay, this might be true. If you lie, I will still drag you. So that particular part where they say, oh no, it's not like I was not supporting you and all of that. I was just telling Jason J, Baba, leave that thing. I was not really supporting anybody. I just wanted to tell Jason J to leave there. That part's not really enter. But I'm saying that one of the things that actually triggered this whole conversation about, housemates being, hypocrites and all of that was on the fact that after they lost their wager, they went back into the house, right? And then there was like a mini meeting in Thelma's group. And it seemed to me like Thelma was just dishing out blames. Oh no, Kola, you shouldn't have won this. This was not particularly appropriate. We're going to dance. We're going to dance. Wait till your name, Mensa, and even this one that you wore, I'm the one that told you to wear it. But would you have what? Like, guy, don't do that. I feel like when a team fails, and I keep saying this thing, when you people fail, just fail. You understand? Don't fail and then now start trying to apportion blames. Don't even do that. And Mensa was not having it. Mensa was like, no, now you say make I wear this thing. Now you say. And she was like, no, like just trying to remove herself from the equation. Madam, you guys failed. You failed woefully as a team. Just leave it at that. I don't already come praise you yesterday. Say, oh, even though in your miserable presentation, you were still able to sell your team. And that's something that I enjoy. That's something that I took from that. But don't now come out again and start, trying to gaslight me. Oh, you should have won this. Maybe if you had done this, if you had done that. Like, don't even do that. You guys failed and you failed. You like, to the barest minimum failing. Now, wait till not do that yesterday. So I can understand it. And RooBoy was so pissed because he was like, look at her trying to, blame people and all of that. Say, if been just the wait, may she call names. May she call names of, oh, okay, you did this. But because, she didn't do that, that's why, the drama that would have gotten, it did not happen. And I was just like, Thelma, if I just call names now, make I see you and RooBoy. The same RooBoy, maybe they get crush on you. It would have been a very nice drama, saying that Thelma and RooBoy fall out or Thelma and RooBoy cuss out at each other. It would have been a very nice highlight. But It did not really happen. But, RooBoy wasn't having it at all. He was so mad at Thelma, just in the fact that, okay, we did something and then now you're trying to now make it look like, oh, there's some people that should take the blame for us falling. It was an agreement. We all worked as a team. Whether you like the idea or not, the fact that you guys presented it on that stage, it was a total agreement. There's nothing you will tell me. In my opinion, I feel like Thelma failed woefully. Because this her tenure, after all the whole fade this, fade that, you were just trying to lick ass. In my opinion, you were just trying to be in everybody's good book. HOH that no, take a stand. That's why I told you people that day, it's not easy to be head of house. If you want to be head of house, it's either you are hot or cold. You can't be in between. And Thelma was trying to be in between because she didn't want enemies, or she just wanted the maximum support. Oh, make it be say, okay, when she was HOH, flanger. You don't flangerize yourself. Go enter group and say, you not even tell them what to do. Oh, we have contrasting personalities. And so freaking what? If you not get good ideas, it would have peeped through. So don't come with the, you should have done this, you people fail. Just leave them like that, not vex me. RooBoy even went on to say that Thelma is so desperate to win, and that's why she plays the kind of games that she does. In my mind, I'm like, at the end of the day, you need to be desperate, okay? Me, I'm not going to support you when you talk to and when it makes sense. You need to be desperate. You know how much they're at stake. So if you need to do some things to win it, please do it, okay? Even this one that you're doing, having these conversations with Isabella and Missy and all of that, it is also you being strategic. It is also you being desperate because, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to remain in the house. And I think I said this thing a few days ago that with the whole alliance thing in that house, it changes per week. If you try this one this week, it not work. Next week, you try another one. Just whatever it is that keeps you going in the game. Please do it. Please do it, okay? Like, the same thing is what is going on with Dede and Kola. Both of them know that, the cameras always follow them once they're together. And these two people know how to milk the situation. And that's something I love. Like, I love it so much, right? So last night at the dining area, Kola was sitting with Dede, who was eating. And then there was also Thelma and, I think, Bright on the other dining. You know that the dinings are really close to each other, right? And then they were talking, they were just eating. She was eating and all of that. From nowhere, Kola started telling Thelma and Bright something that Dede had just told him, right? Dede had just told him that, before the show, like, her name on social media was Zero. Like, Zero. Even though I'm like, what does that even mean? She's like, that she really loved the name, blah, blah, blah. But this was something that Dede told Kola in a private conversation. Now, why did Kola think it was okay to sort of bring it out in the open to the point where Thelma and Bright now had a say? And then Thelma was like, that's such an abstract name. It's just in the way that even sometimes when you dress up in this house, I'm wondering, like, what is this girl wearing? But then that's so abstract. I'm like, Mama. So something about Thelma, that you people need to understand is she observes a lot, right? And then she keeps it for the rainy day. See this dressing thing when she talk now. Wetin concern dressing, how they take the dress, concern say her name be Zero before. Like, it not really correlates. You understand? But this is something that has been on Thelma's mind. She don't know where she go talk or how she go take talk because again, she and the Dede are sort of being pally, right? So now is the best opportunity. It's such an abstract name. Just in the way that sometimes when I see what you wear in the house, I'm amused because you know what I'm what. Shut up your mouth.
Zero.
Yeah.
Z-E-R-O.
You look like someone that can answer such an abstract name.
Absolutely. That's
No,
just
you
like
look like someone that can answer such an abstract name because the things you wear sometimes, they're very abstract. Like sometimes I look at them and I'm fascinated. Like that Sunday that you wore that blue thing and cover your head and wore glasses. Sometimes I look at your outfit and I'm just like...
So what's it?
See, Thelma just likes to act like she's better than everybody else. She just likes to do that. Like, she wants to make it look like, and that's why I don't understand why she's... Like, I don't know what she's dragging with Isabella, to be very honest with you guys. Isabella likes to leave body, free body, shake body, touch body, rub body. Like, why is that a problem for you? You don't like to do it. So what? Allow someone else who enjoys doing it, do it. Like, don't be that person. She go stylishly enter some people relationship matter because say in this house, you're coming for a relationship. Mama, just because you don't want to be in a relationship doesn't mean you cannot allow other people be in a relationship. Like, stop projecting your nonsense on other people. Allow people play their game just the same way you're playing your game. You playing your game of not wanting to be in a ship, of not wanting to dress a certain way or behave a certain way. Mama, that's your card. Play it. Allow me play my card. If my own card now to they shake and they shake breast, they lift them, they do, but allow me. Allow me. You understand? So she just said that thing. I'm like, Thelma, must you find a way to just say something? In fact, even when they play game, if you as little as throw something at her, like throw a word at her, Thelma will give you a comeback. Like, she will not let it slide. For example, she and RooBoy, when she and RooBoy, they get their back and forth. RooBoy, they had asked RooBoy a question like, who do you like in this house or something? I can't remember the answer that he gave, but then when it was time for Thelma to now ask a question, Mama could have, easily picked anybody else or just said something else. She went straight for the gun. RooBoy, you came into the house 48 hours after, you were professing love to me. What was that about? I'm like, did you have to do that? Like, it wasn't even necessary. Allow this game pass. Like, Thelma must give you a comeback, right? So that happened, and to be honest, it made Dede very uncomfortable because, Kola, I told you this thing when we were having a private conversation. Why did you think it was necessary to talk about it here? And then they're not like, oh, that would have been a good name. And the guy is like, well, it's good that she changed it because imagine when she's like 80 and they say, what's your name? And she's like 0. Like, that doesn't make sense. And to be honest, it doesn't make sense even now that you're less than 80. What's 0? Like Odo, mom with ear. Not a good name, sorry. So yeah, I'm glad that she did not use that name. Now here's where it gets interesting. After they had that, session where they were talking about the name and all of that, Dede and Kola stood up from there and then they went to the lounge area, like where they have their couch and all of that. She had complained about feeling cold, so I think that Kola got her the duvet. So they went to the chair. She was lying down, used the duvet, covered herself, and then Kola laid in too, right? The same way, we saw her and Koi under the duvet, cover themselves, and people were like, oh, did they kiss? Did they not kiss? Similar situation happened last night between she and Kola, and it's like, the guy puts his head, she's using the duvet to cover him, and she's like, oh, put your head properly because later now they will say we kissed. She said it and it was loud, and she knew for a fact, in fact, both of them knew that the camera was on them, which is why I said that they know how to milk their highlights. They know how to milk, screen time. Even if production doesn't want to give them, they will do something that will make production put the camera on them. And that's why it seemed like when Dede was not in that house, Kola was miserable, and vice versa, because for Dede, her own is just being in a very contrasting situation. Oh, are you with Koi? Are you with Kola? She's not with any of them. None of them. Okay, so this boy puts his head and then she's like, oh, they'll think we are kissing now and all of that. I'm like, Anyway, that same thing when she talks, now when people call they talk, oh, did they kiss? Did they not kiss? I'm like, you guys, are you dumb? Like, she literally just said it. She knows that you guys are going to talk about it, and say, oh, they kissed, they kissed. They did not. Like, it was just something she did. If not she, something they did for camera time, right?
Which means always.
Come on, that's how I want to put it well. Put your head. Let's have our moment.
And then they now put their head, he covered it. And before we knew what was happening, they literally started praying. And when I say praying, I'm not talking that nonsense thing people have been doing. Oh, they were praying and then they use hand, they pikasha, they tokasha. No, these ones were literally praying. Like Kola was actually the one praying, right?
So I just want to thank you about that. I really have to go to class to do from tomorrow. Got another thing going on there. So what I pray, you have freedom.
So that house, if you don't understand what's happening, to be honest, if you miss a day or two, when you come back, you'll be confused because you'll be wondering, at what point did this person and this person start talking? How did it happen? To be honest, sometimes it is unprovoked. It's just alliance must go on, agenda must agenda. So they always have to find a way to keep the game going. And again, I will say this one more time. I really appreciate their efforts in that house because it's not easy to sit down and start, okay, if I go with this person this week now, you go make people talk about me like this. Guys, it's not the easiest thing. And I feel like every single housemate that made it into this BBNaija 10/10 season, you know, they were deserving of that position. Okay? Anyways, moving on from that, yeah, I saw that people were really dragging Isabella and saying, oh, she was crying because, you know, the dance that Koyi and Dede had on their stage, you know, during the wager presentation, that they were, you know, it was too close, you know, they were looking into each other's eyes, you know, it was a bit more romantic than just a wager presentation, and that's why the girl was crying and all of that. And I'm like, okay, because if you watched the wager presentation, you would see that when they were having that thing, that dance thing, camera took you to Isabella, and Isabella was enjoying herself. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, she was literally enjoying herself. I think that it was after the presentation, when conversation started flying left, right, and center, some things started getting to her, and then she now started crying, right? It wasn't like, oh, once she saw them dancing, you know, her mind started beating, you know, her heart started beating, started palpitating. She was actually enjoying the presentation. And it is in the fact that Denari, so Denari now, I mean, Denari has always been someone who gossips every now and then, you know. Let's not even pretend that we never saw it. He did it with Gigi Jasmine, you know, he gossiped with Ortega. These were his people before they left, right? And so the only reason why Denari's amebo sort of reduced a bit was because he was now doing it more often with Doris, right? So it almost came off as, oh, relationship talk now, you know, couples talk and all of that. But that did not in any way, you know, wipe off the fact that Denari, they gossip. There's no way you'll be in Biggie's house and not gossip. Because people were like, oh, Doris is out of the house now, he has started gossiping. The guy been the gossip. Oh. He be the gossip. So it's just that now Doris is no more there to sort of help him tame it. You know, instead of going to talk to other people, come and talk to me. And that's something that Doris made sure of. Don't go and tell people, they will use it against you. Come and tell me. Come and tell me. So now she's no more there. Obviously, the game must go on. Agenda must agenda. You guys, it's a game. It's a game. You know, so him sitting down and having that session, the amebo session, you know, with Isabella and I think Imisi, yes. You know, it was just not, I didn't find it strange at all. And him saying, oh, you know, we are family. If I hear something about you, I will come tell you, blah, blah, blah. Are you saying that at no point in time did you and Doris talk about Isabella? Are you sure? Is that what you are trying to? Because, you know, say again, like I said, we not to hear your conversation with Doris, you understand? So are you trying to say that you people never, for once, even a split second, talk about Isabella? If you guys did, I hope that you told Isabella too, because now you're saying, oh, nothing where you go, yeah, where you know go call tell them, you know, we are practically family. You now, you took the conversation that Koyi was having with Dede out of context. And then you went to start telling Isabella that, oh, Koyi doesn't really like you, blah, 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 blah. And that he was, like, no. Now, whilst I appreciated the fact that he had a talk with Isabella, just telling her that, look, this is a game, you know, don't tell him anything, just do your thing, blah, blah, blah. I genuinely appreciated that fact. But a lot of things he said were taken out of context. Because if you remember, when Dede came back into the house, yeah, it wasn't like Koyi went to meet her, like, oh yeah, let's go back to being besties and all of that. If anything, he gave her space, right? And it was even Dede that called for the first conversation. The first time they talked after they got back into the house, it was Dede that called for that conversation. Even though she called for it and then was now acting sick and acting tired and all of that. But she beckoned on Koyi, right? And then they were now in the kitchen area later talking, and she's like, are you doing something? Are you doing, you know, when she starts that her nonsense, are you doing something? And the guy's like, what do you mean? Do you think I'm playing a game? No, I'm not playing a game. I'm just being myself. I'm just being myself. Like, even Koyi said, they set I'm straight. Like, no, I'm also just being myself. Like, if you think I'm playing a game, that's okay. You know, so it wasn't anything deep. They were not having any deep conversation. But of course, Uncle Denari, Denari, he overheard some things and then, you know, took it out of context and decided, you know what, I'm going to tell Isabella. It is all in a bid to form an alliance. All these things, I don't take things like this very deep. Oh, person will go house, no matter your agenda, no matter the alliance. Once it's your time to come home, you come home. We receive you one time, you understand? So I don't think that him, having that conversation with Isabella was totally out of place. I just think that some of the things that he said were totally out of context. But then again, it's a game. Whatever rocks your boat, whatever helps your game, just do it, okay? And then Isabella crying and saying, oh no, I don't want to. I'm like, madam, why are you even crying? Why are you crying? You told us with your own mouth that you are going to, scatter Dede and Bright ship. Mama, you not do anything. Now you don't go enter another ship. You call the feel say person they threaten to scatter the ship. You think say Dede want scatter your ship. Why exactly are you crying? If to say you don't, I go drag Isabella to the end. Because I wanted her to scatter that Bright and Dede ship, or at least do something. Now only talk, no action. No action. Now so you don't tell us now, say, oh, that's Saturday party. If they don't give us drink, DJ go as wish house. You go still enter party now, go they find you up and down. You don't go do anything. And then the 11 person just they talk, you don't go do it. Like if they say she even give me small action, I will still defend them. So I say, okay. But no, you not give me action, so I go drag you. Anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are about everything that I talked about. Tell me, do you think Denari just started gossiping now because Doris is out of the game? Also let me know what you think about RooBoy and Kuture just talking about, the situation in the house and how like a lot of the housemates are hypocrites. Just let's have a conversation in the comment section, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you agree with me on some of the things that I said. And if not, also let me know your thoughts in the comment section, okay? We can have very good conversations without us being very rude or just let's talk. I just want to talk. It's not even that deep, let's have a talk. Let's chat in the comments. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you so much, and of course I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.